Hello player, today we will analyze the match between Viswanathan Anand with the white pieces and Devaki v Prasad with the black pieces. e4, c5, knight f3, e6, c3, d5, e5, knight c6, d4, queen b6, a3, c4, knight from b, d2, knight a5, bishop e2, bishop d7, kingside castling, f6. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight e7. For example, knight e7, queen c2, h6. With a balanced game, f6, rook b1, queenside castling, rook e1, knight e7, bishop f1, knight g6. This move was inaccurate, the best move was king b8. For example, king b8, b3, c, captures on b3, e, captures on f6, g, captures on f6, knight captures on b3, king a8, knight from f, d2, bishop a4, with an advantage for white, knight g6, b3, c, captures on b3, c4, f, captures on e5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop a4. For example, bishop a4, c5, queen c6, bishop b2, queen d7. With an advantage for white, f, captures on e5, c5, queen c7, knight captures on e5. The evaluation became -1.0, this was a serious mistake, the best move was knight captures on b3. For example, knight captures on b3, bishop a4, knight captures on e5, bishop e7, knight f7, rook from h, f8, knight captures on d8, bishop captures on d8, rook captures on e6, queen f7, rook e2, queen f5, bishop d2, knight captures on b3, rook captures on b3, knight f4, bishop captures on f4, queen captures on f4, rook from e, b2, rook f7, g3. With a decisive advantage for white, knight captures on e5, knight captures on e5, rook captures on e5, bishop captures on c5, knight captures on b3, bishop d6. The evaluation became 0.7, this was a serious mistake, the best move was knight captures on b3. For example, knight captures on b3, queen captures on b3, bishop captures on d4, rook e2, bishop c6, bishop g5, rook d6, rook d1, e5, rook captures on d4, e, captures on d4, bishop f4, queen d7, bishop captures on d6, queen captures on d6, rook d2, rook e8. With a decisive advantage for black, bishop d6, knight captures on a5, queen captures on a5, bishop d2. This move was inaccurate, the best move was rook e3. For example, rook e3, king b8, rook from e, b3. With an advantage for white, bishop d2, queen c7. The evaluation became 1.9, this was a serious mistake, the best move was queen a4. For example, queen a4, Queen e1. Queen captures on d4. With a balanced game. Queen c7. Rook e3. King b8. The evaluation became 3.4, this was a serious mistake, the best move was bishop c6. For example. Bishop c6. Rook c3. King d7. g3. Rook b8. With a decisive advantage for white. King b8. Rook from e, b3. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was rook c3. For example. Rook c3. Bishop c6. Bishop a6. Queen d7. Rook captures on c6. Queen captures on c6. Bishop captures on b7. Queen captures on b7. Rook captures on b7 check. King captures on b7. Queen e2. With a decisive advantage for white. Rook from e, b3. King a8. Rook captures on b7. Queen captures on b7. Rook captures on b7. King captures on b7. Bishop b4. This move was inaccurate, the best move was g3. For example. g3. King a8. Queen g4. g6. Bishop f4. Bishop c8. Queen h4. With a decisive advantage for white. Bishop b4. Bishop captures on b4. A. Captures on b4. King a8. This move was inaccurate, the best move was rook f8. For example. Rook from d, f8. Bishop d3. g6. With a decisive advantage for white. King a8. Queen g4. g6. Queen f4. Rook b8. Queen d6. Bishop b5. Queen captures on e6. Rook from h, d8. Bishop captures on b5. Rook captures on b5. Queen e7. Rook c8. This move was inaccurate, the best move was rook b8. For example. Rook from d, b8. h4. Rook from 5, b7. With a decisive advantage for white. Rook c8. g3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was h4. For example. h4. Rook b7. Queen d6. Rook from c, b8. f4. With a decisive advantage for white. g3. Rook b7. Queen d6. Rook b5. The evaluation became 3.0, this was a serious mistake, the best move was rook b8. For example. Rook from c, b8. Queen captures on d5. a6. h4. King a7. Queen c5 check. Rook b6. h5. Rook b7. f4. Rook d7. With a decisive advantage for white. Rook b5. Queen d7. Rook c1 check. King g2. Rook captures on b4. Queen captures on d5 check. Rook b7. Queen g8 check. Rook b8. Queen captures on h7. Rook b6. This move was inaccurate, the best move was rook c6. For example. Rook c6. d5. Rook d6. Queen c7. Rook from b, b6. Queen c5. King b7. With a decisive advantage for white. Rook b6. d5. King b8. Queen h8 check. This move was inaccurate, the best move was Queen h8. For example, Queen h8 check. King b7. Queen d4. Rook c7. d6. Rook d7. Queen d5 check. King a6. Queen d3 check. With a decisive advantage for white. Queen h8 check. King b7. d6. Rook d1. Queen g7 check. King a6. d7. This move was inaccurate, the best move was queen captures on g6. For example, queen captures on g6. Rook from d, captures on d6. Queen e8. With a decisive advantage for white. d7. Rook from b, d6. d8. That was a good move, he doesn't let the advantage slip away. Rook captures on d8. Queen captures on g6 check. King b5. h4. f5. h5. f4. h6. a3. Queen f7. King b4. h7. White's victory. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your suggestions.